Okay, so in the next part here, since he's going to perform a little test here. When he clicks his delete button, he wants to see if there's actually a selected customer or not. Remember, we said if there's not a selected customer, we're going to give some message box. I'm sorry, the message box is down here. But if the customer is not selected, then we're going to remind them to select a customer. So we want to check whether the selected customer is either nothing or whether there's an actual customer there. So we need some way, or he wants to develop some way to do that. And he's going to take the selected customer and he wants to find out whether it's empty or not. But there's no such thing as is empty for this type of customer. So he's going to actually build a property that does this. You can see that, remember, selected customer is a customer, or it's nothing. So what he wants to do is have a property for customers, which is called isEmpty. So he has to build that property himself, and he does that up here. So this is building a property called isEmpty, and that's within the customer code. It's not on the form. It's back in the customer structure, which you remember is not in the form itself. It's customer.vb. So it's in customer.vb, which remember basically looks like this, but now we're going to define this as well. We're going to put this in there as a property for customers. Since selected customer is a customer, we can do selected customer dot isEmpty once we build this property. So we want to build this property, and basically what he's going to do to see if the customer is empty or not, if the selected customer is empty or not, he's going to test whether it has a first name or not. If it doesn't have a first name, he's going to assume it's empty. And he's going to do first name equals string.empty. Now string.empty is a special expression that you can use in the string class. There's an empty property, and anyway, you can use this and test if it's empty. If it's true, then return true, or else return false, and that's the end of this property. So that's how he's going to select whether there's been a selected customer or not. He's going to test whether it's empty or not. So he says if it's not empty, then we're going to run a dialog. We're going to create a dialog box, and we haven't configured that dialog box yet, actually. So we're going to have to do that before we can actually run all of this. But once we do, if the customer clicks OK, because we're going to have an OK button there, then we're going to remove the selected customer, and we're going to remove it from the array and also from the list box. So that's basically what's going on here, but we haven't done this part yet. We have to see how he's going to create this dialog box that's going to be where the user is going to be able to click OK. So we haven't seen that part yet. Okay, so we'll go on to that next.